The Missouri Tigers 2024 offense was not a spectacular unit, and they're losing production from the past 2 years, leaders from the last 2 years. And though they did add some exciting pieces through the transfer portal, outside of Ahmad Hardy and Kevin Coleman, not a whole lot of them have some actual production to back up that potential. So there's a lot more questions than answers about this group. I wanted to take a look at some reasons why I think this unit will improve in 2025, though. In 2024, they finished 11th in yards per game and 10th in points per game in the conference. They're returning just around 15% of their rushing yard production and just under a third of a percent of their receiving production. First off, Ahmad Hardy in general, but also just what he can do to the rest of the offense. He's not only a very explosive runner that can have that big playability, but the defense always has to be aware of him and really allowing the offense to function in the passing game as well with the play action game and just having to be aware of both threats. And so we saw this in 2023. Even when it was Luther Burden's best year in his career at Missouri, Cody Schrader was the engine of that offense, and he opened up a lot of opportunities for the rest of the playmakers around him. And I think Ahmad Hardy could have a similar effect this upcoming season. And then next up, building off of that, the deep passing game, which simply was not there in 2024. It definitely was in 23, but in 2024, Brady Cook was dealing with injuries in the second half of the season, and in the first half of it, he just could not connect with his wide receivers. Both Bo Pribula and Sam Horn are much more proven, at least in their high school tape, on the deep passing game. Eli Drinkwitz said at SEC Media Days this past week that he came out of the spring practices very confident in Bo's ability as a passer, even though he hasn't had much of those opportunities in college. Obviously, there's going to be some more questions for both Bo and Sam if that ability they showed in high school on the deep pass will translate exactly to playing in college, especially for Sam coming off of Tommy John surgery. But the deep passing game is the focus point of the Kirby Moore offense. They definitely have the pieces to execute that as well in the wide receiver room, which is my third reason to be optimistic. The development of the wide receivers in there, specifically Joshua Manning and Marquise Johnson, who can both add in the deep passing game. Marquise Johnson as a burner, straight line speed. Joshua Manning more of that 50-50 possession catch type guy, willing to fight for those contested catches. And so those development of the wide receivers, they are obviously adding in Kevin Coleman, but those guys that we've been waiting on now for 2-3 years to hit stride, this is their year. It's now or never for them. And if they can develop and really hit their potential in this upcoming season, then I think this Missouri offense could be a really special group that can really help this team surpass expectations.